Oh no, what have I done? The notifications have stopped, the followers have vanished, and with them, the glittering life I once worshipped. I had traded my dignity for designer bags, my peace for public validation. Chidinma was the kind of girl everyone in Lagos noticed. The moment she stepped out of her Uber at Lekki Phase 1, heads would turn. She wore designer wigs, long lashes, and outfits that glittered under streetlights. On Instagram, she called herself the Queen of Soft Life, posting pictures with captions like, "I don't chase money, money chases me." What her thousands of followers didn't know was that she had no job, no business, and no savings. She lived off men who bought her gifts, paid her rent, and sponsored her lifestyle. Work, to her, was for local girls. One Friday night, she went to a high-class lounge on Victoria Island, hoping to catch the attention of a wealthy businessman rumored to be in town. Sure enough, an older man in Agbada walked in, dripping gold jewelry. Chidinma smiled, swayed her hips, and soon found herself sitting at his table. The man introduced himself as Chief Okenwa. He praised her beauty and elegance, then asked casually, "My dear, what do you do for a living?" Chidinma laughed and replied, "Chief, do I look like someone that works? I was born to enjoy, not to hustle." The chief only smiled quietly and said, "Beauty without value is like a car without an engine, shiny but going nowhere." Weeks later, Chief Okenwa invited her to travel with him on a business trip. Excited, Chidinma imagined private jets, shopping sprees, and luxury hotels. But when they arrived at his office for a quick stop, everything changed. The chief introduced her to his board members, pointing at her. "This is the young woman I told you about, the one who will present our new partnership idea." Chidinma froze, her mouth open. She had no idea what to say. As she stumbled over her words, the boardroom filled with embarrassed silence. Chief Okenwa finally leaned forward and whispered, "You see, beauty may open the door, but only wisdom and hard work keep it open." He dismissed her from the meeting, his disappointment clear. Humiliated, Chidinma left the office in tears. Her designer bag felt empty, her Instagram filters meaningless. That night, staring at her reflection in the mirror, she realized the truth she had always avoided. Looks fade, but character and hard work last forever. The next morning, instead of waiting for another sponsor, she enrolled in a digital marketing course. For the first time, she spent nights studying instead of clubbing, building skills instead of chasing gifts. Months later, Chidinma was running her own online business. She still posted on Instagram, but now her captions read, "Hard work is the real soft life." In the city of flashing lights, beauty may draw attention, but only discipline, wisdom, and hard work create lasting respect. Chidinma's rebrand was not easy. At first, her followers mocked her. "So you've turned motivational speaker overnight?" one commented under her post. Another wrote, "We preferred you when you were slaying, not selling courses." The likes dropped. The DM slowed, and for the first time, she felt invisible in a world that once revolved around her glow. But instead of giving up, she pressed on. Every evening, she studied digital campaigns, branding strategies, and how to run ads. Slowly, she began landing small clients, boutique owners, hair vendors, and local food businesses who wanted their products seen online. Weeks turned into months, and her consistency started paying off. One of her campaigns went viral, tripling the sales of a small skincare brand. Soon, other entrepreneurs reached out, impressed by her results. Chidinma, the once dependent queen of soft life, was becoming known as the digital duchess. But success brought its own tests. One Saturday night, as she sat in her apartment drafting a client proposal, her phone buzzed. It was an invitation to a private yacht party hosted by none other than Chief Okonowa. Her old life was calling, promising champagne, diamonds, and an easy return to the glittering illusion she once craved. For a moment, her hand trembled. She missed the attention, the expensive perfumes, and the way heads turned when she entered the room. But then, her eyes fell on a note she had written months earlier, taped to the wall. Beauty may open the door, but wisdom and hard work keep it open. The very words that once humiliated her now grounded her. She took off the dress, sat back down at her desk, and finished her proposal. By Monday morning, that same proposal landed her a contract with a multinational company launching in Nigeria. For the first time in her life, she signed a deal worth more than any gift a man had ever given her. The news spread quickly, and even her old critics began to respect her transformation. Weeks later, Chidinma attended a conference as one of the guest speakers. Dressed in a sleek but modest outfit, she walked on stage, not as someone's arm candy, but as a woman of value. In the audience sat Chief Okonowa, his face unreadable. When she finished her speech on building influence through hard work, the hall erupted in applause. Chief Okonowa stood, clapping slowly, then mouthed the words, "Now you understand." That night, as Chidinma posted a picture from the event, her caption read, "Luxury is not in what you wear, but in what you've built for yourself. Hard work is the softest life of all." She had finally learned that true respect is not bought, it is earned.